Tobago. Tobago.
There we go. There we go.
Do you ever feel like the Lord is a solution and you know you just want to get down on your knees and pray? Well, we know that He's our solution. And He will lift you whatever you're going through.
Lord, you were there for me, and I need to testify your glory. See, I was hurting, I was crying, I was so confused, and I started to fall. So I reached out to you, Lord, and gave you my all. Ooh, you're my solution. You are the answer to all my fears and all my confusion.
Yes, it's another TTNL with a twist. This time a little bit overseas in the sister isle of Tobago. We are live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience.
Oh, yes.
They call me Navy.
And I'm Kiggs.
We are here representing O.U.R Radio.fm. What a great time.
I miss the O.U.R in the background this time.
No Swiss tea here with us for this time. No Woyoy, but we can represent with our Woyoy.
Yeah.
Give us a Woyoy in the comments to represent for Swiss.
Big
But
up
we
Swiss.
here. You can expect some live interviews tonight. As usual, we take you through the week in review, and you're in our company until 10.
All right, so Tobago Jazz here. My first time at Tobago Jazz. What about
It's
you?
been a while for me. My last time was when J. Cole, Maxwell,
That's
year.
a long time
I can't
ago too.
remember the date.
Yeah.
But that was a good while ago.
So we here gospel night right now, and we started off. We would have had the praise and worship session there with Access, and that was a lovely start. Right, we have the band. So if you were waiting to see us come on, you would have been hearing the band in the background. Right, we down here at Shore Park with, I would like to think, a lot of Tobago and plenty of Trinidad.
And maybe some other islands in the mix as well, because they will be represented in the lineup. We have people from Guyana. We have some Americans in the audio, in the acts.
You know anybody who came across?
Not myself,
Nobody
no.
personally?
No. But if you're making your way, look out for us. We'll be here for the entire weekend, streaming live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience. It's the return. And what a return for me, coming back to the sister isle for the jazz. Like I said, it's been a while. It's lovely to be here because it's one of the things I think we look forward to outside of the carnival season.
Yeah.
It's the jazz season in Trinidad and Tobago, and to host a major festival like this and bring some major international acts, I think is a nice feat for the sister isle, something to look forward to aside from the carnival.
Would you say that the jazz, Tobago Jazz, is for a more mature crowd?
I would say it varies. But I think looking at the lineup, I could see some attempt to merge the two.
Yeah, something attractive for the young.
A little bit
folks.
for the young, a little bit for the old, and hopefully we strike a nice balance.
All right. But here what coming to my mind right now. Every time we're talking about the young people them young people only interested in zest.
Nah, man.
Right? So how true is that? How true is that? If we look out into the crowd now.
I would love to see. I was having the same thoughts myself before we went live.
Yeah.
What that crowd might be looking
Yeah,
like.
how many young faces would we really expect to see out there right now? Do the young people, in fact, only want zest? And then, on a night like tonight, right, even for the young people who may not only want zest, and, you know, they want to step out of that boundary.
Do something a little different.
Do they want to be in the gospel setting as well?
I'm not too sure about that either. I think because he likes the lineup is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because especially for the gospel scene locally, you have the likes of Positive and Jaron Nurse.
Right.
Flying the flag really high in terms of
Right.
the standard of artistic
And
musicianship. One of the top artists in the region, not just Trinidad and Tobago. So
Experienced.
top class.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
Jaron
think
as
I think the
well.
youths have some artists that they could look up to in that light. You have artists like Blessed Messenger as well on the lineup tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, in no way, shape or form are the names that we just called there boring,
Not at all.
right? Or dull,
Not at all.
right? So, yeah. I there with you.
I can
I
see
there with
some
you.
appeal, and you know
Yeah, I
the
there with
music
you, I there with
has
you.
been following
All
the
right.
sounds and the
All right.
trends. Like it has been over the years. I think I guess social media may have an impact on it
Yeah.
in terms of the artists' popularity.
I was just asking again here now.
I don't know. We could
What you
get some.
feel?
We could get some comments from the ground. Especially, I would want to know how that experience or interest might differ between Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Do the Tobagonian youths just what he says?
So here what I want to find out.
Yeah.
And if it is you're looking right now and you want to just let us know in the comments what you feel.
We need to check the comments.
As we have seen zest rise to popularity and then start to merge and fuse itself with other genres.
Yeah.
What room, if any, do you think there is for a little gospel zest? A gospel.
You sure it didn't happen already? I want to believe.
I really am sure.
I want to believe that
I
there's
feel
a
if it
gospel
had
zest.
a serious, not a gospel artist covering a zest, because I know Kes Ramsey would have been on Facebook doing covers
Okay.
of popular
Gospel songs?
no
Popular zest songs?
popular zest songs, but covering them and remixing them
Okay.
to say, well, this is what it would have been if it was a gospel song.
Was this on a like
So-
comedy parody kind of vibe?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
the music itself was proper lyrics and thing. A little
Alright.
JESUSBD center kind of vibes.
Alright.
But
I can dig it.
But I'm not looking at it like that. Are you talking about here what? TEMPA, right?
Yeah.
And Jaron.
Right.
See, we doing our gospel zest.
Yeah. I can see
What
it.
room? You seeing it?
Now, the question really would be, for me, well, what I think the question would be is,
Uh-huh.
how would they accept temper? That's my question.
Yeah.
I don't see it. The possibility is there. I will definitely see the both artists willing to
No.
collaborate on such a song. But
I could be wrong, but I think we will get some pushback. But I could see pushback happening from
Both
what's
sides.
supposed to be the open-minded side of the thing too as well.
Yeah.
Because
Why are we going down?
when I
that
come down
road?
in this zest here, I
I
ain't
don't
really
wanna
looking
hear
for no
Nothing.
Jesus talk down there. You
I'm not
know?
trying to praise anybody right
yeah,
now.
so, but
But maybe that's where we really need it.
true.
Yeah,
True.
We talk about divine intervention as
True.
part of the crime plan. Maybe we could put it in the music a little bit and see if we have some influence. Yeah, a little gospel zest.
I didn't even look at it like that.
I don't know if a gospel zest.
No.
Now that you
I
are
think
very
zest-
interested to
zest
see
get a- zest
what
get
that
a
might
bad
look
rap.
like.
So in we heads we seen it kind of weird
Yeah.
because Zest probably got a bad rap.
For
But
sure.
Is Zest the content or is Zest the music?
What is really?
Wait, is really
It's
so-
a mix of the two. It's part
is-
culture.
Is it because like I'm trying to think of a conscious Zest.
Conscious.
I'm not sure. So I wonder if Zest is the content or is Zest the music.
Yeah, it's a little bit
What?
about.
It's a little bit about it.
So we're waiting for the artist to push the boundary
Yeah.
and say, you know what,
And
it
say-
don't have to fit in this box.
Yeah,
here,
it don't have to be that.
but we could talk conscious things on the rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you've had some contributions from people like Trinidad Killer, who would always have some kind of commentary in the music.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if those songs would be categorized as zest, though.
I feel like all Trinidad Killers zest still fits in.
Yeah, with
to
the zest.
The zest. The
Other
content,
songs with the
content was still
commentary.
zest.
Might be a little outside. Might fit into dancehall.
And every time we say
but
zest,
maybe not zest.
it hit me more and more that zest is zest.
Yeah.
Zest
To me, when I hear
is
the word
zest. No, that is
zest,
zest. That is zest.
I hear
It's
freedom.
zest.
I hear
Yeah,
freeness.
that is-
Free up.
That is, yeah, that is,
Yeah, I don't see.
yeah. No, that we kind of explore.
But we
the
need
whole-
some kind of freedom too, you know, freedom of the mind. We need
True.
freedom from suffrage.
True.
And I'll show some other freedoms from personal situations and other likes.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And the same way we gonna say die zest,
Right.
die bless.
Die bless. Come on.
Die bless.
Die bless, die
The
bless,
gospel
die
zest
bless.
is bless.
You heard it here first.
Oh.
The ideas come
Oh.
when we speak, and we speak things into being.
The gospel zest
Die bless.
is bless. Die bless.
Die bless.
Die
Die
bless.
bless. Die bless.
Die.
Die bless.
Hey,
What we go say again? What we go really say again? Now we need to find the artists and make this happen. Make this
And
happen.
for sure, we here tonight, gospel night, Tobago Jazz. What better place to do the screening for these artists?
In the lineup tonight, we have Todd Dulaney, Jonathan Nelson, Samuel Midas, Positive, Mark Isaacs, Blessed Messenger, Jaron Nurse, Pastor Baines, Shanta Lindsay, Chosen Remnant, and Axis Band. A full lineup for entertainment here tonight at Gospel Night. It's TTNL Takes Tobago. We're live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience.
So time for the weekend review.
I feel so.
Now here was the problem.
This week was hectic.
Under all the gospel and the good vibes, we still in
Madness.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I feel like we chose a great day to depart.
True.
And we have left behind some madness in Trinidad.
For a
Not
couple
good
of weeks,
madness.
we have, I would say luckily, I would say fortunately, right? We were pleasantly surprised not to bounce up the TTPS.
Yeah.
And the TTPS say, well, boy, TTNL is missing us.
We need to make a comeback.
So,
What is our weekend review without a TTPS story?
so
What we have today?
we raised the issue here. We had the commissioner herself ordering a probe into the misuse of a police uniform.
Right.
To give you some context,
Okay.
we have, well, we don't know until the investigation is completed if it is a police officer,
Okay.
but we have a woman, unidentified woman, liming. It's a lime. It's a lime, cup in hand,
A zest.
drinks flowing. It could
Just a lime.
have been a zest.
It could have
have been
turned
a
into
zest.
a zest
It could have
after
turned into a
some
zest,
hours.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But all we had was a photo. So it's hard to get plenty context. It could have been just a little home line in our yard.
Yeah.
But it's liming. Right? She in her little short tights.
Biker shorts. or
Right,
Cycle
yeah,
shorts.
a cycle shorts.
Right.
Right? So she not even in full uniform,
Legs out.
but she have on police jacket.
Oh.
Police jacket.
Okay. A jacket and tights. It was like a casual Friday kind of vibes. Or?
Well, I don't know, maybe she had derobed and wasn't in the uniform at all and it got a little chilly.
Okay.
And she just threw on the jacket. I don't know.
Closest thing there.
But we're not taking that. That not cool. We can't. I mean, if I walk out, I work with my work jacket.
Alright.
Right? And I go into line by a bar and take off the jacket and then the AC biting. I throw back on my work jacket.
I feel because of the line of work here being police, it's a little more tricky. A little bit more tricky. I feel like there are rules to the use of the uniform.
Okay.
And
all right.
and these
Well, all
rules.
right. Yes. Yes.
This is my assumption here of
Uh-huh.
what it would make sense to operate like. That, you know, there's a code of conduct for wearing uniform, and it's in the line of duty is when
But we know for sure that we
you
have
are
one, but it
required
should. It
to.
should.
Yeah,
You assume it should.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Something like
It should
that
have
makes sense
guidelines.
to
Yeah,
have,
yeah. Your boots have to be shiny.
Right.
Right. So your uniform.
Because I mean, if your shirt might be washed out or white,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I assume you wouldn't be able to wear it.
yeah,
looking
you gotta
like
get a new
that.
shit.
Of course,
So in
because
the
you have
same
to
way-
look the parts.
And
of
if
the
it is,
officer.
we replacing all the uniform
Right.
so easily. All you cannot be out there liming anything.
Well,
Spilling
I don't know
drinks
about
on
you, but sometimes when a shirt get old,
Right.
what you gonna do with it? Now wear it home.
Nah, you can't
might,
tell me
you
we
might
wearing
hit that, you might hit that cut sleeve.
No. I believe when it is you had to get
So that would be
new
us
uniform. it's had to-
recycling our work clothes
No. The police has had to carry in uniform.
to home clothes.
No,
Oh.
no.
You, see,
Police.
you assuming here that
No,
these
no.
things in place too.
No. This have
You
to be in
know.
place. This have to be in place.
All right, okay.
Police just have to carry in a uniform to get a new uniform.
Right.
And you're supposed to be
And
able.
sign
You had to
documents
account for
and-
all the
right,
uniforms. So if
right.
you have 4 uniform and all up, let me say 5.
System in
Right?
place. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
You have 5 uniform. If you need a new uniform, you had to bring in your uniform. You had to bring in your shirt, bring in your pants,
Okay.
bring in your jacket, bring in your. If you need new boots,
You are
you can't just
exchange.
be. Well, I need a new shirt.
Right.
And you for the year you get 25 uniform
Yes,
for the
you
year.
just have shit, sit
no. That could never be how we doing things here. Don't do me that. Do not do me that. No.
So
No.
anything has come out of this?
No, nothing yet. But it's unfortunate. So, all right, a little regulation has been breached. Yeah, what we saying here? Suspension?
Yeah, I think a suspension.
So what have before suspension?
A warning.
I warning.
Yeah,
a
a
warning.
warning. Well, the warning would probably not only be to her, maybe on file for her, but it would be a warning to the rest of the police
Well,
force
right.
as well. So, you know, operate
don't
with
know.
some sense
Like,
now.
I want to say we need to expect more from our police officers, but I find it real hard to drop a suspension, boy.
It might be a bit harsh, I agree. It might be a bit harsh.
All right. You know who?
But we still just want to let her operate with some sense and do better. Yeah.
Here we could be harsh with.
All right.
We have 9 officers. 9.
Again.
9 of them we could be
Again.
harsh with.
Again.
TTPS. 9.
Again.
9.
So we adding the one from before to this 9.
No.
and making
This is
10.
a separate 9. We can't push you with
Alright,
this 9.
alright.
No. This
Don't put all the bad
is-
apples in the same
yeah,
basket.
yeah,
Alright,
yeah. No,
alright.
this 9 arrested on an extortion racket probe.
Woo. Extortion racket.
These men have been arrested.
These
Well, I
fellas
say
from,
men, but it's
from
officers.
Sangre Grande.
Officers.
Yo,
Arrested. Right.
Officers committing
An
crime.
extortion
What a
racket
surprise.
probe. Now, the footage that we would have seen before with, well, alleged extortion happening would not have come out this week. But we would have seen previous weeks.
Yes,
We would have heard different audio clips,
for sure.
discussions being held, and this thing not even happening in a veil of secrecy.
Everybody know what's going on. Who knows. Somebody at some point know too much and say too much. But these fellas get caught on camera, not so?
Boy, well, camera, audio, microphone, them and get caught on everything.
So the police don't know the surveillance that in place to catch criminals
I feel like
because the
They
same
wouldn't know.
systems is what they are caught by. I don't understand how they
nah,
work.
but I feel like they wouldn't know.
They
I feel
would or
like-
wouldn't.
I feel like them wouldn't know because that is private establishments.
We expecting too much from the officers here. Is what
No,
you're
but
saying?
what I'm saying is, even I put myself in an officer position, I would know where all your surveillance
Right,
is
okay,
as
fair
a
enough.
private.
Yeah.
And then too, if I extorting you trying to pull a little, you trying to get a little insurance every now and then. So you
Okay.
might have about 2-3 cameras.
Right.
You might even call me to install your cameras. So I feel insecure knowing that, well, it had no cameras here because me put none here. And you throw up a little fourth camera.
Yeah. Hidden.
Yeah, so that could have been it.
Yikes.
Right? And
9 officers.
9 officers. Now, I understand how it's easy to get caught up, eh?
Well, once you're in a little
Yeah, it could have been 2 officers
circle
first.
there, yeah.
And one man just realized, well, boy, but I take a little something on the side too. Them men doing it, nobody again catch. Them living good. Why not?
And you in a situation where you're struggling and you seeing your colleague benefiting and coming looking nice.
And that brings us to the chicken or
living
the egg.
nice.
Where do we pay our officers more
Hey, boy.
because they're not being paid enough? Or do we not pay officers more because they're not doing enough? What's the next step?
With the pay, motivate them to do enough.
that is very
I guess
true.
we wouldn't know unless we try it. I don't know. We don't have the answers.
No. Here
Not
what?
for this one especially.
I feel like motivation and motivational theory has been developed over the years,
Right.
where we could try some non-monetary motivation for the police service before we try money.
We had to try something.
But we try nothing, yes. But what I'm saying is, before we decide to spend money,
Yeah.
let we try something else. Let we have a
Okay.
little, a team building, a little something session, a little speaker.
Yeah.
Come in,
Yeah.
let we, you
Have
know,
a little
maybe it's a
power.
camaraderie, maybe what it
Yeah.
is missing. And then we could say, well, all right.
Find
Well,
out
we
what
realize
going
it's
on.
not the
What would
attitude.
make
Money. We could
your
get
job
money.
satisfaction
Ah,
and better.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me,
If you rate it a 4 right now, how we could get it to 5? Small steps.
I know no police are rating the job 4 out of
steps.
5 though. That he
Oh,
that
if
he
he
said
rated
there.
this.
The ratings low.
Oh, 2.5
Yeah,
I
2.5, 2.75,
What
2.75.
about in Grandy, boy?
Nah.
Terrible on that side,
Yeah.
boy.
Well,
We had to do
now
better.
it's going right down. The moral down get
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
But we had some police officers doing the work.
Ah.
And again, for what? This is about the 4th time for the year.
I like that.
We have some bandits
Positive news about the police.
ending up on the, well, they was already on the wrong side of the law. But they ended up on the wrong side of the robbery.
Wrong side of the fence.
Vehicles crashing again.
Jeez.
Vehicles crashing again.
I saw reports of a high-speed chase.
I
don't know how high
a
speed
high
was.
speed crash. Right? And while we don't want to celebrate things like men crashing vehicles, bandits have to go down, bro. Have to go down. Right?
Stop it.
You see, as we start to talk about the bandits going down, the praise start to go up.
Yes.
Because the bandits cannot prevail.
Timing.
The bandits cannot and will not, well, some of the time, will not prevail.
And we will celebrate those times.
Right? Here's what is appalling about it though. 20-year-old bandit.
Oh.
20-year-old bandit. Right? And when they have him, and they asking him, well, where you going?
Where's your scene? What you doing?
Man saying he going for something to eat. Who vehicle it is? Well, I don't know. What we doing?
The vicious cycle
What we
continues, geeks. We continue to see it every day, and like I said, the crime for some reason this week seems to just be going out of control. And we're back at one of those points in society when it hit close to home, as close as the pharmacist being murdered in Aranguez.
Right.
That led Paulo Kernan to put this video out calling on
Yeah.
the citizens to call out the politicians for their lack of performance, lack of effort in some cases. It really, it reached a point again, and like I said, it's a cycle because we'll forget about it and then it will slow down, or we might just ignore it for a while until we come back, or it strikes close again.
So we just going wrong and wrong
What we doing?
and wrong, like if we in a skating rink.
Pretty much.
We
If
had
it
the
have-
skating rink open up this week, yeah?
If it have enough space to make them wrong.
Yeah, the skating rink open up this
But
week,
maybe
yeah?
that's why we return so quickly. The circumference a little limited, it look like.
Yeah. But you taking the skating rink?
I did not. Is that the final?
No. I should start by saying that.
Right.
The information is that the skating rink has different levels.
Oh, levels to this thing.
Right. So there's another level with a bigger rink to come. So this is like a soft launch rink.
A pilot.
Yeah.
Soft launch.
A pre-rink.
A tester.
Right.
Beta.
Yeah.
A beta rink.
Because all you also cannot ice skate. I don't know who are trying to fool. Right?
So there's like the kiddie pool for the adult pool.
Yeah. How much are all you going
The
out
kiddie
and
rink.
skate anyways? All you talk about it too small. All you cannot ice skate, brother.
Big or small.
Right? So this is for you to learn to ice skate.
Bam.
And then in next rink,
Figure it out.
come in.
Fall 2 times. Yeah. Hurt yourself a little bit.
Price rise low.
For the next level.
$85 for a 20-minute skate.
For
How
the
you feeling
kiddies.
about 85 for 20?
I mean, 20 minutes seems short. I feel like half an hour could be a
Half an
long
hour.
time.
Here's why I go to the 20. What I going and be doing skating for 30 minutes.
I feel like the first 10, you're now getting accustomed. You don't know what you're doing yet, you're feeling out.
All right.
You're
all
feeling
right,
out.
All right. So a beginners, if there's your first time, you can get half an hour.
Yeah.
But after that,
20,
20 minutes is enough.
Yeah.
And if you're a real war skate, you could come and pay for your 40 minutes.
How much is the 40 minutes?
Well, it's going to be 85 by 2.
What
So
about the
what's
bigger, the adult rink?
Well, we don't know the price for that yet, but I want to feel it to be the same price.
You feel so?
Yeah, nah, don't can't give me more. If it costs you more than 170 to pull a little ice skate, better you wait till you go in the skates. Better you wait till you go in the States.
And pay to the US dollars?
Yeah, no, just how much you will let us ice skate out there?
It varies. I can't remember when last I did it, but
I can't remember how much it was when I did it either.
I feel like I want to see how much people really go. It's obviously a novel thing. We have never had
Real people want
a
to skate.
skating rink before.
Real people want to skate, brother.
And I mean, we have a skating, yeah, of course. For the gram, we was here, we out here, we skating. We falling and we breaking bones.
I'm a skate, all
But we here.
Right?
It must happen, and that's what I say. I want to see how long that lasts and how many people really take part. Because it's one of the new things to do in Trinidad. We haven't had anything of its kind. How sustainable is it? How long will it last?
It might be around for long. Might be
5 weeks.
Might be around for long. Because Wasa is now investigating the water source of the skating
Oh
rink.
gosh. Oh gosh. No approvals.
No, well, we don't know. We
Pressure.
don't know. Again,
Well, I mean, if
they investigated. They investigated.
Okay.
Right? Where's the water source for the ring?
Who
But what I'm
knows?
saying is, if Harry's water park could operate normal,
I mean.
right? If Fun Splash could operate normal, I feel like this skating rink could work something out.
Yeah.
Right? This skating rink could work something out.
Yeah, for sure.
Good news on the
Yeah,
horizon
I
now.
like that. Facts.
Good news on the horizon. All of you who are wondering the impact of the pandemic and remote work and everything that we had to be innovative around throughout the pandemic and why it is we're not making use of it right now, guess what? The remote work policy is underway. All right?
Say word.
Well, when I say underway, we having discussions surrounding it.
When you
at
say
least.
remote work
Right.
gigs, you're
Remote
talking about
work.
working from the comfort of your home.
Well, it's interesting that you might say that.
Yeah, I want
Because
to clarify this.
I
thing,
am
you
a
know.
firm believer that remote work means I get the work done remotely,
Yeah,
not necessarily
from home.
from home.
It could be from somewhere else.
I could be at your home.
Right.
I could be at my mother's home.
Yeah.
I could be at the beach and feel at home.
Ah.
Right? But we
Home
are working
office,
remotely.
or what you
What
would
is
like your home
important
office
is
to be.
we get the work done.
Yes.
Right? Now, the question is, if Trinidad and Tobago,
Right.
in a general sense,
Ready?
not a
Ready?
specific me or Navy sense, but as a cultural social unit, are we mature enough to work remotely?
Now this is what the Prime Minister had to say the last time. That we were not there yet. I'm not sure if I agree. But I feel like where we may not be there, and which is why I'm interested to see what this framework could be like.
Right.
It's because that's the part that was lacking, the management systems
Exactly.
to monitor.
So don't just tell me that we can't do it.
Yeah,
Put things in place to monitor,
yeah.
right?
No, there
Put
will
things in
always
place
be
to
some
measure.
jobs that require
For
physical
sure.
presence.
For sure, for sure.
But for the
For sure.
ones that don't, or the ones that don't have to be there all the days of the week, we can work with shift systems
Yes,
and
yes.
rotation policies
Yeah,
and
what?
make the thing work.
The T in Kant is not for Trinidad and Tobago.
Ah, boy, say
No.
that again. Say that again.
Right? The T in Kant is not for Trinidad and Tobago.
Not that T.
So what I'm saying is, don't let we start off when we can't.
Ah,
Let me start off with, yes, we can.
yeah.
And if 6 months down the road we realize we can't, well, all right.
Yeah.
Uncle, auntie, who 5 years from retirement or 3 years from retirement, them probably not able to do monitoring me at no remote. Make them come out too.
We have the words of the late great Black Stalin to use as motivation. We can make it if we try. Let me
we
just
gotta
give a
try.
little try.
We gotta try.
Have the will. There's
Gotta
a way. We will find it. We go find
Gotta
it.
try. So now it's time to close
Work
off
from home, yes.
the week in review.
Hey.
And this one is a bit preposterous.
Hey.
Preposterous is the
We're
word.
pulling out words. Talk to me.
We had a story this week,
Okay.
and I'll put some context into it,
Yeah.
right?
Story time.
In January 2017, we had a Polish adventurer by the name of Romuald Koperski.
Ramon.
Romuald Koperski.
Yeah.
The man rowing a boat, rowed a boat
Gently down the stream.
into Scarborough Port, right? The boat resembled a fat bedroom slipper, right? The man apparently rowed this boat across the Atlantic.
We have the dimensions of the slipper boat.
I don't have the dimensions,
Across
right?
the Atlantic in a slipper boat.
But I know the journey took him 77 days,
We talking from where?
right? He would have left the coast of West Africa,
West Africa,
came across on our boat, shaped like a bedroom slipper,
and ended up
right? Ended up in Scarborough.
Scarborough.
The boat went back on our ship, back to Poland. That was the end of boat stories.
Right.
Now, current day, Trinidad and Tobago, the boat appears off the coast of Manzanilla.
Is this like one of those kind of leatherback turtle go and come back kind of vibe? Like you find your way back
Right,
home? Like
right.
How
Or is it the Twilight Zone? Because here's what's happening.
deja vu?
A gentleman of a Caucasian finish
Okay.
needed help to come ashore in Manzanilla,
Okay.
gets off the boat, says he will come back for the boat, jumps in a vehicle that is waiting for him and leaves. No one knows his name. No one knows where he's from. No one knew where he was going. He has not come back for the boat.
Boat still there?
The boat is still there. Right?
In Manzanilla?
In Manzanilla. Right? The Coast Guard has no idea that the boat came in. The police only alerted by fishermen.
This is some kind
That
of
the boat was
Cinderella magic slipper
The
boat.
man has disappeared. No one knows his name. We have video though of the man coming in Manzanilla with the boat.
You feel we can find this man, Kicks?
I don't feel so because they have not found him yet.
I feel in Tobago for jazz. I feel in Tobago for jazz.
The man did say he was trying to get to Tobago and then was washed off course.
Come on.
Of course.
We putting out a hunt.
Rhymes with of course.
Right.
So of course, he was coming to Tobago Jazz.
Right here. He might be taking in the gospel right now.
Suppose he performing.
Oof. The mystery
The story
continues.
the story cannot get more weirder than this.
Yo.
It cannot.
What are the odds? Who is this man? Why a slipper boots? How do you reach from West Africa to Scarborough
This really don't have a bearing on the
in
story.
such a vessel?
But the man really have a chromatics finish too. The man have a chromatics might have some answers to you on this man and this boot.
I see a guy resembling that guy. Somewhere in our midst.
Wow. But that is it for the week in review.
We have a nickname for this guy. I feel like we need to identify the fugitive.
We don't
is
have
he
a nickname
fugitive?
for it.
Is he a criminal?
No, well,
He's
he has
just
committed no crime.
illegal entry. to the
Illegal
country,
entry.
Maybe.
That maybe.
Customs might be looking for
That's
him.
the crime
Immigration.
down here.
So the man came in with no bags, now he just running a can boats.
He had on camouflage. Camouflage. And the man came off the boat. He let the fisherman know he will return for the boat. Jumped in a car that was waiting for him and left.
We need a film done on this story. But first we have to find this guy and figure things out. But we're talking about how many years between the boat's arrivals on shore?
2017 was the first time.
First time in 2017.
Yeah.
And this time again.
And then now 2023.
2023. 5 years apart, 6 years. Okay. Very interesting. Well, I'm definitely going to keep looking out for updates to that story. Let's see if we can find out from our folks in Manzanilla if they have any updates. But if you're tuned in right now, we're reporting live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experiences Gospel Night. TTNL here, O.U.R radio.fm.
Time to find some artists, or no?
And I want you guys to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be here for the entire weekend. And yeah, we're going to look for some artists to come back with some interviews. We're here all night reporting live backstage. It's TTNL Takes Tobago.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Oh. You know you all can come down here if you want. They told me to tell you, you can come down here. Say, when God bless a man, nothing must stop you. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you. Yeah. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you. Yeah. When God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand. Who God bless, none can curse. His divine favor, man can reverse. Yeah. Can reverse. Even if they do their worst, say, when God bless a man, nothing must stop you. When God bless a man, Satan may try to attack you. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you again. When God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand. When you answer his call, he will lift you up. If you fall, if you fall, just give him your all. Your all, I say. God bless a man. Nothing must stop you. God bless a man. Should be the man. He's gonna back you, my friend. God bless a man. Satan may try to attack you.
God bless a man.
That, give me some guitar there, Kashif. Play. I'm feeling a little reggae-matic. Give me something. The name of this song is Negative People. Stay away from them. Touch your neighbor, tell them stay away from negative people. Ready? Oh, 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 oh. Say it, sister. Say it. Say it. Listen. Negative people always walking around. The things they say can push you to the ground now. They look like friends but can be in disguise. Yeah. With mortal men, you've got to be so wise. And stay away from negative people. Cause if you don't, my friend, you're surely going to stumble. Oh gosh. Stay away from negative people. Or you will be prey like the animals them in the jungle. Oh gosh. Stay away
From negative people.
Stay away, I say,
Negative people.
from them negative people. Oh gosh. Na 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 negative. Na 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 negative. Na na na. Oh. All right, so we went in the States. We went Jamaica. It's time to come home. Grace and mercy. Yeah. I say it's time to come home.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. Everybody, put your hands together like this. Yeah. 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 These days I'm thinking, thank God I'm still here. Cause I always fighting.
So it is TTNL here at Tobago Jazz, and just the same way every single week we introduce you to our local content, our local music, our local artists. We're introducing all the artists here at Gospel Night for the Tobago Jazz Experience for you, all right? And with us we have Delano from Access Band. They would have started us off with the praise and worship. So Delano, I don't know.
All right, well, thank you all for having me. As mentioned before, my name is Delano Jofield. I am one of the vocalists for Access the Band. Our band would have started in 2020, but we officially launched in 2021. And ever since then, we have been pushing, spreading the gospel through music for different shows. Just recently, we would have performed, we would have ministered in his present show. I think that was about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Right here?
And now, yes, it was right here.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. 2021. 2023, you all here performing for Tobago Jazz.
In just 2
Not-
years.
Not many artists, not many bands have the pleasure of being able to say anything close to that. So what does it feel? You know, what is it like to experience what I will call that level of success?
Well, I will speak for myself first, and I will
Yeah.
say it's all because of God.
Yeah.
Because we know most times bands that are formed, they don't last long. But thank God for the persons in the band from the different backgrounds. Everybody come together and we create one uniqueness.
Yeah.
For the band, we would have had a conversation like this just recently when we were talking about this. If you told us in 2020 that this is where we would be, we would never believe. You know, we would go through our trouble like every other band, but through opportunities like this, we learn, we grow, we mesh, we come together, and we give God thanks and praise. But we know we have more. We know we have further to go. This is only the start, man. This is only the start.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now, as much as we are introducing our listeners, this is an introduction to us as well. So what can you tell us about Access the Band, aside from you all just being 2 years old? Where does the members come from? How did the group form?
All right. Well, Access the Band, I was brought in late. But from what I get to understand, it was just different persons from different congregations, different youths who had the desire to praise God.
Right.
They decided to come together. And one day, somebody told me about it, and I decided to reach out. And I'm here for today. What else can I tell you? we have just been blowing up. Things have been moving so quickly. It's mind-blowing. We had the privilege to back up persons like Positive,
Right.
Terry, who is performing right now, Chantel, Lindsay, and it's just spectacular. So that is basically Access. Persons with different backgrounds coming together, with different denominations. So we have persons who are Seventh-day Adventists. We have different persons coming together to create one voice for God. Youth with a drive for Christ, and we're going far.
Youth with a drive for Christ. Now, I'm looking at you. You don't look to have much age on your side.
I'm just 21.
21 years
21.
old, one of the vocalists for Access the Band. Now, we were having the conversation about the gospel music and its impacts on the country, youth in particular. So now we have a voice that can give us some feedback. How do you see not only your band, but the genre and its impacts on the youths?
Yeah.
I believe that once we push, I would start by saying first and foremost, apart from gospel, I do a lot of youth development work in Tobago. I was a part of the Tobago Youth Assembly,
Right.
which is the youth version of the Tobago House of Assembly. So I'm
Yeah.
involved in youth work. And I understand from different experiences that the youths can be met through gospel. There is this common misconception that persons have. They do not believe, a lot of persons do not believe that music affects behavior. But I've seen it, I've
Yeah.
spoken to youths, and I know that music affects your behavior. So I think it's about how. Because the music is there, it has been doing the work in the life of young people. I am a testament to that. But how do we reach those young people who are already connected to a certain type of music? That is where our band comes in. You know, youth gravitate to youth. So we're there to share in a more relatable way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, don't mean to come out of left field here, but earlier on, we were exploring the possibility of the appeal of zest. The appeal of zest now, right?
With a gospel
Somehow
twist.
finding, a middle ground where the gospel music, right, could also come into play, and you're saying like, thy bless. Thy bless.
Funny enough, just some years ago, actually, 4 to 5 years ago, some persons from my alma mater, Bishop's High School, Tobago,
Yeah.
some youths, they would have been on the basketball court and they would have remixed a Zest song into gospel, and it made it far. Children were singing it. So there is an impact with Zest. Jaron Nurse, may not be categorized in the bless category, but you could he is used to reach youths through the way he raps with
For sure,
gospel.
for sure.
So there is an impact that can be made through bless.
You see, we at the start.
Yeah.
We at the start, and there is potential.
Like I said, if it hasn't been done already, we probably just didn't hear it yet because
yeah.
it has been released. It probably in the works
Now it's
somewhere.
just to push it. I always tell
Yeah.
persons it just
So-
takes one step, but the backing is what is needed to push.
All right.
I think based on what our friend Delano here is saying, the music can have an impact. So maybe it's something worth exploring. Let's
For
see.
sure.
Let's tap into the creativity of the artists and see what they can come up with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Well, yes, Delano from Access, the band here we at Tobago Jazz Experience. It is gospel night. The music, you can definitely hear it in the background. The energy is high. We have been told that the crowd is looking full.
Yeah, very.
All right, we can't see the crowd from where we are at, but we have been told that the place is packed right now. Everyone out in their white, full white garb, all white, all out in the crowd right now. Tobago Jazz Experience. TTNL is still here. More artists to come. Thanks so very much
Thank
for
you
being
for
with us here,
having me, man.
Delano.
Thank you for having me.
And
Alright.
all the best
Yeah, man. Thank
going
you very
forward
much.
for Access
Yeah, man.
and the band.
Brother.
Lessons.
Thank you, man.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
I parked my car in the wrong place. And they told me I have to come and move my car. And I looked across and saw a young man standing, and I handed him the microphone. And I told him, sing until I get back. I never knew where God will take this young man. We have traveled to several countries in the Caribbean, singing the gospel, preaching the gospel. Tobago Shore Park, put your hands on your feet together, make some noise. Welcome, brother Jared.
When they ask me where I'm from the Caribbean. I'm a Christian. I think I need help tonight. My voice gone. But our culture, no extra-tating, no. Don't let the devil tempt you. Christian from the Caribbean, and music is a part of our life. Yeah, we dance and raise flag, but represent Jesus Christ. Can't promote no reveling, cause the Bible don't tell me them thing is sin. Used to do them thing before, but Jesus sent me from the beginning. So no more party, no. No more drinking, no. Cause Jesus saved me, but me dance on the gospel. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Hey, Caribbean Christian, why? Dancing in my blood, my blood. Oh, don't hold me. Don't hold me, let me dance to Jesus.
And we're back live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience Gospel Night, and we have one of the stars of the night having graced the stage in our company. We want to say welcome to Chantal.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome. You're on board. This is TTNL, True Talk No Lie, to the next level on O.U.R radio.fm.
Yeah.
We're all about taking our local music and musicians to the next level. Now, the Tobago Jazz Experience stage for many an artist, like the one we just interviewed, is a big step. How did it feel performing on that stage tonight?
I'm blessed because every time I'm asked this question, I have to say that, and it's not cliche, it's because I know there are so many other persons that could have been here, that could have been chosen to be here.
Yeah.
And so me getting a call is a blessing because that stage is amazing. We have international guests going to be there. You know?
So you got the call.
Yes, I got the call.
You weren't there knocking on the door trying to get a spot in.
No, I got the call, so that's a blessing. And I
Alright,
don't take it for
alright.
granted, so I went up and did my best. Yeah.
Right, Chantal Lindsay, you remember the name?
Yes, yes.
Right. She got the call. Come on. She didn't come asking to get a spot. All right. They say here what tonight we have to have. What's the name again? Lindsay or Lindsay?
Yes.
But Chantal. Yeah, which nobody had the number. Had to have Chantal
yes.
here tonight. All right. So Chantal, we just had Delano from Access the Band.
Yeah.
He would have said they would have, in their short space of time, accompanied a lot of different artists, you included,
Yeah.
as well, all right? In him listing the artists, right, he would have listed them out as big names,
Yeah.
right? Now, they have only been together from 2021.
Yeah.
How long have you been involved in Well,
It's 2006.
2006.
Yeah, 2006. I started when I was still in high school. That is when I started singing out in different gospel events and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2006 is
Yeah.
quite a long time. I was in 2006. I think I now started to work in 2006.
Yeah.
No,
that
not
is
even sure what it is I want to do with my life
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
veteran things at this point.
So you have been around the scene
Yeah.
for quite some time. How have you seen the gospel environment in Tobago, Trinidad? Because I'm sure you would have performed in Trinidad as well.
Yeah.
Develop over that space of time, and where do you see it going into the future now?
Oh, definitely. We have developed with the quality of music that we deliver.
Yeah.
You know, we have an inside joke in church. When something sounds like a crusade, you know, you have people with a small box on the side of the street. So we came from sounding like crusade to actually sounding like professional artists on a stage.
Yeah.
And so we put a lot of work, and we always try to keep up with the technology of music.
Right.
So having stems and in-ears and making ourselves acquainted with what's the new thing. So we could always deliver on that level.
Wow. A little crusade song never hurt nobody, man.
It never, but time and place.
All right, true. All right.
Now, I have also, from the outside looking in, seen great things happening in the gospel scene. At shows, I see the fraternity really come out to support artists. I mean, this is probably
Big
one
support.
of many shows
Yeah.
for the calendar. But over those years and the development of the thing, what do you think other genres could learn from the gospel music fraternity?
What can they learn? To be honest, we learn a lot from them as well.
Yeah.
We learn a lot from them as well. So what can they learn from us? We always have the mantra of ensuring that the people receive. So whatever your message is, whatever your intent is for the audience, make sure that they receive that. So first of all,
like
your
this.
stage presence. You have to have a stage presence. You can't just go up on the stage and then they look at you for 10 seconds and it's like, because they're going to miss the message.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the message, but how you present it.
Right.
So that's where the quality and standard that we have to keep up. You have to song good, make sure everything is on point. It's not that we're just focusing on singing good, but once you have that would be the focal point. And then you could deliver the message through the quality.
I feel like
So-
definitely some genres could take some notes.
Yeah.
here.
Definitely. Yeah.
We know, we
Yeah,
don't call
quite-
no names, but
Yeah, a few.
we know some people who could definitely take that point and do something with it there.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So ensuring that they receive the message, because if you're coming to sing about whatever it is, and they don't understand what you're saying, they didn't get the message, and it defeats the purpose. You're just up there making such a noise, and nobody ain't really getting nothing from what you're saying. So because we have the message of the gospel, it's very important to us that people understand what we're saying and they receive the message.
And that is important there. You see, you actually have motivation.
Yeah.
We really have some artists who are okay with coming up on our stage and just making some noise and then coming off the stage.
We can't crusade. That little one speak on the side of the road can't work for this stage like that.
Understood. Right, any other advice you have for the artists out there, probably younger gospel artists who maybe now coming out in the 2021, 2022, 2023?
It is not an easy road. I think that a lot of upcoming artists believe that, when I record a song and I release it, that's it, I will just explode. And when that doesn't happen, it discourages them. So you have to keep at it. Keep developing your skill, developing your music, and it is going to happen for you. It's not going to happen tomorrow when you release a song tonight. You have to keep pushing, because when you look at, Positive and Blessed and all of
They have been around.
I remember probably down on this height, I saw Blessed singing so many years before me. And it's only now that he's at the peak, and he's doing well is because of the work that he would have put in. So you can't give up. You have to just keep going and putting in the work. Once you put in the work, you're going to receive the rewards.
Understood. Put in the work.
Be patient. It's
Yeah.
not a short journey, not
Definitely.
an easy road at all. Stay patient, put in the work, and maybe you'll be on stage at the Tobago Jazz Experience singing
Definitely.
live for the
real.
gospel fans over here.
Definitely.
Well, Chantal, I'll say thank you for taking the time to
Thank
spend
you
with
for
us
having me.
and sharing some nice insights. We look forward to seeing some more from you in the future.
Yes, definitely.
And all the
Sure.
best for the rest of the jazz weekend.
Yes, thank you very much.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Make the old place better. So we know what the mark and leader. Make the mic come out of peer pressure. Why everybody wanna be assessor? I don't know access. Them who are press. Only big chain, white vest. Them put mama in stress. When many are match out and leave on. The Prince One is a lado. Lumpy was my bado. Tell him many are beyond and KG. Yeah, when you listen to what me tell. We need more love in the ghetto. Sing some positive tune and set them good. Living in a gunman zone. Yeah. We don't want a gunman zone. Living in a gun. Living in.
But this song in real goodbye.
Hey, we don't want a gunman zone. So watch your friends where you're linking with. And they will lead you to your casket. I love some talk to them, by them, tell them gunmen slow them roll. Tell them the rise of the murder tone. Love it, make your place better. So we know what I'm a gang leader. Make them bike come out of bed. But everybody, I don't know what this. Them who are praise, only big chain, white dress. Them put mama in stress. When many act match up them. Boy, I bring Spanish and Lumpy was no. Telling many act beyond. And when you listen to what me tell you, we need more love in the ghetto. Sing some positive tune. Boy. We don't need a gunman song. Living in a gunman song. Cut it. Let's boil it out. Boil it out. Got this sample. As I was singing, I remember this funeral home. It got popular over the pandemic. It's a funeral home that they call them Denny's. They got popular because they was putting you to stand up while you're dead. I remember the first funeral they do was my cousin-in-law. I tell my wife that funeral going on cause bacchanal in the morning. And they got popular because they put you to stand up while you're dead. Can I tell you tonight, if you don't have Jesus in your life, you're no different from some of them corpses. You're standing up dead. Get Jesus in your life. That's the most important part. The part of the song, my favorite, is the part that says what your friends were linking with that could lead you to your casket. That's right. Remember one night at a corner and a friend got up and run and leave me because a guy looking for me. The guy looking for both of us and I don't know the guy. He know him, he run and leave me. The guy run up to me and start to belch up. And as I run in, I fell in a hole. It's the stinkiest I ever smelled in my life. Stinkiest I ever smelled in my life, but God did something. And he taught me a lesson. You see, as stink as that hole was, that's the hole that he used to save my life. I say in Jesus' name, you might be in a hole right now, darling. You might be going through something right now. You might be in a hole, but that's the hole that God will use to save your life. And I pray in Jesus' name, when he save your life, you don't forget. Don't be ungrateful. He blessed me with a song called Ungrateful. Talk about all the time. Remember the time you were sick in your hospital bed? All the promises you make to heaven. Now you get back up on your leg and they promise that you will serve him 24/7. But now everything going good and you can say,
TTNL takes Tobago. We are live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience. They call me Navy alongside Keegs. And we are joined by some friends from overseas. Now we took the boat to come across a short distance. Our friends here would have taken a plane to arrive on the sister isle to perform for us tonight. We have Tammy and Chosen Remnant. Welcome to TTNL.
Thank you very much. We're very happy to be here.
Now, how does it feel to be a part of this cast and this show?
That's amazing. The music is great. Everything's great. Like it's top tier.
So we talked to another artist just now who got a phone call. How did this link up happen for Chosen Remnant to be on the cast this evening?
Well, we were in Tobago a few months ago. We had wanted to do this several years ago. And we were in Tobago a few months ago, so we hit up the cultural center. We went looking for people, and we got a face-to-face. And we said, let us into the show, and they said, okay.
It doesn't get easier than that.
And
Let us come
like
to the
that,
show.
Toronto
just like
is
that.
represented at the Tobago Jazz Experiences Gospel Night. And now tell us about your band, Chosen Remnants.
So
I see 5 wonderful looking ladies, all white. Where's the rest of the band? Where are you guys coming from? What do you guys do?
Right, so the rest of the band is in Toronto. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring everybody here. But we all hail from different backgrounds, different, some of us are professional performers. Some of us have kind of grown up in the church performing that way. So we're a diverse group. We do come from a church-based group. And we just get out there and just try to, celebrate what we do and show what we do in a different way. So, gospel is not just confined to a box. There's different ways to do gospel. So we do everything, whether it be reggae, contemporary gospel, soca, rock, whatever it is. That's how we rock with it.
All right, nice. So you all the way out in Toronto. We here, Trinidad and Tobago here right now. In your experience, how different or how similar is the music or the ministry?
You know what? It's very similar. It's very similar. For us, it's a little different because of where we're coming from.
Yeah.
But in terms of what we're hearing tonight, the gospel, like if you want to say traditional gospel, it's very similar to what we're used to. I'm listening to the music right now. I'm kind of like trying to listen to you, and I'm listening to the music. I'm listening to you, but it is very similar.
Yeah,
it's very similar.
All right. So, out there, when it is you all ministering, this is nothing strange to you. What it is we experiencing here right now?
No, this is not strange at all.
All right,
not strange at all.
I would know what to expect if I was to come to Toronto. So it's nice to know that if it is I do come up to Toronto now and I am in that gospel setting.
Yeah, if you come to Toronto, you're going to be waving flags, you're going to be jumping, and you're going to be praising. I'm telling you.
It's Toronto you need to be going right now. That's all they're telling me.
Well, now I'm even more upset that we're backstage and we missed the performance from there, because I'd have loved to see what would be like. Now, in terms of your sound, and the Caribbean sound, or the Trinidad and Tobago sound of gospel specifically, I know many of our artists dabble in different sounds and genres. You have the reggae, like you just mentioned, and soca. How do you see the impact of those more contemporary sounds on our young people today and the acceptance of it?
You know what, I think, the way to capture a young person's mind is through creativity. So if we can sometimes adapt to what draws them in, then we're winning. Because if we stick with the old ways and the traditional ways, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you have to adapt to your audience, right? And if you want a younger audience and you want to draw them in, you have to reach them, and the only way to reach them is through something that they're going to enjoy. I think that's the best way I can say it.
Die bless. Come on, up again.
One more question before you leave, Tammy. Any advice for any up-and-coming artists or people trying to get into the gospel? You guys have come out of church groups and have different professional experience. What would you share with somebody trying to get in?
You know what? The thing I would say is persevere, don't give up. stay true to who you are. And when the door is ready to open, it will be opened.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
And you see,
We're getting some key messages
everybody
tonight.
keeps telling us that same, steady course, be
Be
patient,
patient.
persevere, and that seems to be the hardest thing for some people to do sometimes, and that is why so many fall off the wagon. Sometimes right before they experience that one moment that they've been working for all that time. All right.
Stay positive, persevere. Tommy and the rest of Chosen Remnant, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us tonight. We are live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience. It's Gospel Night. TTNL takes Tobago right here at Show Park.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Tobago, yeah. Somebody say Jesus, Jesus. I will see everybody just lift their hands right now, all over this place. Are you ready to give Jesus your life? Surrender tonight. All right, all right, all right. Are you ready to give Jesus your life? Stop and put up a fight. All right, all right, all right. Hey, this life will soon pass away. But the coming of the King is sooner than you think. Time is drawing near. Be sober and deep in prayer. Cause these are the days of great tribulation. You say, are you ready to give Jesus your life? Surrender tonight. All right, all right, all right. Are you ready to give Jesus your life? Stop and put up a fight. All right, all right. Like a thief in the night time, no man knows the minute nor the hour. Once you got him, you'll be quite fine. Dash away your earthly desire. Tell me what you're waiting for. Tobago. Jesus is knocking at your door. Ooh, yeah. So be ready, you got to be ready. And all who not ready, me I tell you for be ready now. Be ready, you got to be ready. All who not ready, me I tell you for be ready now. Be ready, you got to be ready. All who not ready, me I tell you for be ready now. Let me see the hands of all those who know that they're ready. You ready? Say, are you ready? Surrender tonight. Say, all right, all right, all right. Are you ready to give Jesus your life? Stop and put up a fight. All right, all right, Lord. All right. Tobago, good night. Tobago, good night. How you feeling? Yeah, man. Look to the person next to you right now and say, neighbor. I like the conviction again from. Say, neighbor. I hope you came to give God praise tonight. I see people dress up in their white and sitting and feeling kind of stushy, but you know what? I am thankful for life. Anybody thankful for life? Anybody up in the stands thankful for life? Anybody down here thankful? What are the dancers? Tobago, action one. Yeah. I am the messenger. Did the messenger. You ready? You say, I can't think of a time that I do go down on my knees and put Jesus in it. Yeah. Sinful nature had me feeling so weak emotionally. Be It's like I'm sinking, never to rise no more. Father, yesterday, today, forever, you never change, you never rearrange. Omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Without you in my life. Anybody have a testimony tonight? Anybody have a testimony? Let's say, here comes Jesus to the rescue. Father, you never fail, never fail, never fail. Father, you all when I fall down to the ground. You don't keep the safe and sound. You never lift those hands all over this place. Say, you never ever ever fail me. Yes. You never ever fail me. You never ever 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 fail me. Yes. You never ever. True story, Chopper. Personally, I give you the praises continually. Oh yeah, there's no other like you to protect me from all the dirty voodoo. Although I stray. Anybody believe they had a victory in Jesus tonight? They had a victory. You say, Father, yesterday.
So yes, we are still here. TTNL in Tobago. It's a Tobago Jazz Experience. It is gospel night. And they've been seeing us all night long. It's been bands after bands. It's been artists. And now we are here with yet another. This artist here, if you don't know him, you cannot possibly be from Trinidad and Tobago to begin with. Alright? I became familiar with the man's music from Encounter. Then blessings after blessings. It's two-man army. Alright? Positive, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Positive, what's he saying?
Hi there, my brothers. Everything good?
Welcome to TTNL.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me here.
Everything great, and now the vibe just get a little more positive.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Right. So, fun fact, you were one of the artists who was an inspiration to me, right? When I was younger as well. Many people don't know, I was part of a gospel boy band. You know?
Serious?
Yeah, many moons ago. If I had followed the path and stay, right? But it is the music that men like Positive were putting out at the time that would have inspired us to be doing our thing, you know, and have us the same way we spoke earlier about the music and how it impacts the youth at that age. That is really what we gravitated to, right? So even back then, look at the difference you were making. before Positive was our household name, he was keeping men like me positive.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
And that's where we have to start. We talked to many artists before who have given the message of patience and perseverance. Now, you are one of the biggest names in gospel in Trinidad and Tobago and the region. And even outside of gospel, I would say, as a Trinidad and Tobago artist, one of the biggest names we have. What advice would you give to the younger ones getting into the music?
For all the younger artists out there, I would encourage them to really serve the Lord, number one, and then be original. Two things. You could never fail with that because, you know, the Father put something in us that is unique. Everybody have their own gift, their own talent, their own identity. And if it is that we could discover our true self, you understand? Then we could reach to the greatest potential possible. So I tell people, serve the Lord and be original.
So when did you know that this was the path for you? When did you discover that, you know what, this is my calling, this is my vocation, this is where the Lord wants me to be?
I think at a young age, when probably in high school, you know, we'd have just been a few guys in the corridor beating a bucket and, you know, chanting and singing and stuff like that. But then it just became a strong desire, you know, when my only sister, she died from meningitis. And I recognized that music is a tool that could use to communicate. And the emotions that I was feeling at the time, I started to put it in writing and put it in song and melody. And this is what really allowed me to escape depression and discouragement. And the music became a source of strength. You understand? The music from the Father became a source of strength. And when the Messiah gave me the lyrics and the melody, I just continued pursuing it. And I had good leaders over me to see
my potential even when I was, just trying. And I'm just grateful that I had, a good support system that able to help push me into this walking in my purpose right now.
For sure. I like that you mentioned the support system because a lot of the time that is what is missing. You have a lot of talent, you have your head on your shoulders, but you just don't have the right people around you. And you really need the right people because sometimes it's just one mistake, one wrong turn.
Yeah.
Now we're talking to an artist that has grown from strength to strength over the years to the position that you are. Over the years, we're looking at the growth and development of not only gospel music, but the music industry in Trinidad and Tobago. We are True Talk No Lie, we represent for our artists. Our radio.fm playing no less than 70% of TNT music, right? How do you see your impact on the gospel and how do you see the gospel music as a subsector growing over the years?
I believe that gospel music has risen to a great level, because a lot of us have taken the time to place a greater value on something that we deem valuable. You understand? We have been able to. I remember when I did the song Let Me Be the One, I was driving a car at the time, but I wanted Super Dupes, the producer from Black Chinese, who produced Estelle and Sean Paul and all these guys. I wanted him to produce it because, I was hearing that sound, you understand? And I remember I sold the car to pay for this song because I feel like excellence requires us to go the extra distance. You understand? And I say, well, if it is that, God could see a spirit of excellence inside of me, then it's only He that has the power to elevate me. And I just thank God that I've been faithful to Him ever since, and He has been faithful to me as long as I can remember.
That is an inspirational story there.
On.
Because I am not selling my car to produce any music, bro. Right? So, that is very inspirational there for sure. So positive. Again, thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, man.
Great to see you here at Tobago Jazz Experience. All right, hope to see you again in the future. Keep making the music.
Yeah, man.
Keep being an inspiration.
Yeah, man.
All right, keep
Thanks.
being positive.
Yeah, man.
All right. TTNL here. It's the Tobago Jazz Experience, Gospel Night. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Family tonight. Hey, you can't touch me. Lucifer, you can't touch me. Furthermore, take your filthy hands on me. Say, the blood of Jesus over your family. Plead the blood over your family. This is what the prayer says. Once again, the blood of Jesus over your family. Plead the blood over your family. This is what the prayer. You say, warfare time. Satan is a whole dirty thief. We mash up the blood with only one sprinkle. Hey, if you're feeling pain, the blood of Jesus break everything. Hey, break everything and we move on. Declare this again. You say, the blood of over your family. Bleed the blood over your family. This is what the prayer says. The blood of Jesus over your family. Bleed the blood over your family. Let me talk to you, sister. Look. When the fix and the bush can't fix this, the blood of Jesus remove all sickness, all asthma and all arthritis. In the name of Jesus we bind it. Hey, Jesus is the answer. The blood of Jesus beat out corona. Break everything, remove all sin. Declare this again. Say, the blood over your family. Bleed the blood over your family. This is what the prayer says. Once again, the blood of Jesus. Family. This is what the prayer says. Hear me. When we plead the blood, principalities get trampled. When we plead the blood, generation curse get dismantled. Hey, cover your children and them, your unsaved family. 1, 2, jump Jesus for your healing. Come by yourself. The blood of Jesus on your neighbor. Let the world know Christ is the Savior. I know you might find this funny. Breathe the blood of Jesus over your money. Even before the payday, breathe the blood for the money car. The blood of over your family. You say the blood of Jesus. Lo. I want to hear shop back sing it. Say the blood of Jesus. Ooh. Hey Tobago. Say the blood of Jesus. I want to do something real quick. Hold your hand on the person next to you. Hold somebody's hand. Yeah. You see that hand on the person holding? That is your family. Tell your neighbor, use my family. Say that. Yeah. Tell the next person on the next side, say, you are my family. Right? Now that hand you're holding, lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. All over shop back. You ready? Hey, you serve the blood of Jesus. Breathe the blood over you. This is what the prayer says. Once again, the blood of Jesus. I like it. Low. Let me hear it Tobago and Trinidad and say the blood of Jesus. This is what the prayer says. Once again, the blood of Jesus. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. The blood of Jesus. This is what the prayer says. Once again, the blood of Jesus.
Come in and kill sometime.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
TTNL in Tobago for Tobago Jazz Experience. Gospel Night continues. And now we have with us Samuel Medas here. Samuel, what's up?
Good. Thanks for pronouncing my name correctly.
No.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Don't get the wrong impression, eh? I asked the man how to pronounce his name about 5 times before we did that intro. So, yeah.
Samuel Medas,
Yeah, man.
representing Guyana.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to
Yes,
Tobago.
sir.
Is this your first time here?
No, man. I've been to Tobago probably 4 times before.
4
Performing
times
as
is
well?
plenty. Yeah.
Yeah, performing.
First time at the Jazz Experience.
First time at the Jazz
How
Experience.
has that experience been different from the times before?
It's kind of different now. I just came from in the crowd, by the way. I haven't performed this yet, but that's my MO. I come, tuck away someplace in the crowd, and enjoy the show. Yeah, man, it's a real chill vibe. And I get to see my favorite artists, who happen to be my friends, but you still respect them as artists. I just saw Blessed and Jaron just rip up the place.
Yeah.
So I was fanboying out there. It's a really nice experience and a kind of a build-up for what tonight is going to be.
Yeah. That's nice, you know. A lot of times hosting, performing, you miss the show.
Yes.
You know, so at least you get to come take it in a little bit.
Yeah,
and
man.
that probably puts you in a better place to go out on stage.
Yeah,
do
because
what
you
need
get to assess the environment.
Yeah.
And my musicians are here with me, so I didn't come alone. I came with my
Right.
band. They're the first set that went into the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a prime up. And even, so we got Jonathan Nelson and we got Todd Dulaney. These are people that I've listened to over the years. And I'm finally getting to see them. I mean, I've shared stages with Jonathan Nelson, but to see Todd Dulaney in his element with his band, I'm like a fanboy tonight. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. So before we started, you were telling me you are country boy.
Country boy at heart. Jump overboard, catching fish, you know, thieving the neighbor chicken, pelting down mangoes. Real country boy from the countryside of Guyana, West Coast, Demerara.
All right. So how does a country boy in Guyana, as you're saying, catching fish, end up on a stage here at Tobago Jazz?
Boy, I honestly, it's like a story that keeps unraveling and you learn more and more about it.
Yeah.
I'm a pastor's child, which doesn't really mean anything to God, because you could be a pastor's child and still not be connected to God.
Yeah.
But when I was 14 and having identity crisis and, you know, trying to run behind the crowds that were popular, I got into a real terrible accident where I was supposed to be dead, or at least badly wounded.
Yeah.
And I walked out of it, and I kind of heard God speak to me tonight and say, your life is not your own, that's why you're still alive. And I said to the Lord, listen, whatever you want to do with me, do with me. And they say the thing that you do well, that you think everybody else can do, they can't. That's a gift that you have.
Yeah.
So I was always singing and I was always playing since from the age of 5. And I didn't know that everybody else couldn't do it. So that was like the background setup for what God was doing in my life. And I started to write music. And I think that is what has maintained it. It's always been authentically me just wanting to write music to bless God and to bless the hearts of people. And because it's always been authentic, it's always connected with people. So Guyana is not really a country that's known for leaving musical footprints about the place. But I'm a chosen one, and you know, to be able to travel the Caribbean and North America and British territories and even Asia, it's such a blessing for a country boy that probably nobody would have taken a second look at now. Being able to headline shows, it's just a blessing, man.
That's great. We get in a range of different stories of how artists have come to be, how they end up here to perform at Tobago Jazz Experience. Now, in your experience over the years, growing up in the country to Guyana, becoming a musician here. You ever see yourself taking the stage in this way, spreading the message, sharing that positive light?
Boy, yeah, boy. But it was just a dream, you know? Because you see your favorite artists on stage. I remember when I was 13, 14, seeing the local stars in Guyana and even the ones that I see from the United States of America and Papa San and those guys on stage. And you just daydreaming if you were in their position. But really, that's not your dream. That's God dreaming through you because he's causing you to aspire to something greater. And, you know, you keep grinding and grinding and grinding. And it's only when you actually get to that place then you realize, wait, I used to dream about this. I'm actually there now. I envisioned it, but I didn't know it could happen. You know, but I'm thankful.
We've been asking the artists, you know, words of encouragement and advice. We've been hearing words like patience, perseverance. I just heard you mention authentic. And Positive just now mentioned about originality. Now, what is the authentic version of Samuel Medas in terms of the sound? What makes your music authentic?
My music is very naked. And that's one of the reasons why I don't ever sing about anything that I'm going through in real time. I always sing about it afterwards because it's very naked. People who speak to me, it's like I could tell something was going on when you wrote this particular song because it resonates with people.
Yeah.
And I think for Christianity, sometimes we create this facade that everything has to be beautiful, everything has to be well painted, and we don't reflect that this thing with us and Jesus Christ is a walk. It's not a climb where you meet climbers like yourself. It's a walk where you meet people who distract you, people who stop along the way, people who turn back. It's just a myriad of experiences, and to reflect the relationship with Jesus Christ and how he changes your life and shapes you and molds you, and sometimes you fall and find yourself in a dark place, and you sing about that so that people know that even though you're pursuing God and you're pursuing the things of God, sometimes life will throw you some real curveballs and hit you out the game, but you can get back in the game, and I think that's what makes it authentic.
So do you find those themes
man,
generally throughout your music?
Yeah, man, themes of hope. And I'm not one of them people that is ashamed to call on the name of Jesus. Bro, I mean, we ain't got all night, but I've had the kind of experiences where, you know, like if you experience a product for yourself, nobody can come and tell you stupidness about it.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen God work in my life over and over, especially with music, that you can't come and tell me otherwise. And I won't bully you and tell you need to follow God. I just living it out. Hope. And I mean, in my younger years, you know, for young people to message me on Instagram or on Facebook and say, yo, I have this sister, or I personally was going to kill myself last night because I was real fed up, and then I put on YouTube and I was listening to some real depressing music, and somehow it ended up on one of your songs called Love Letter from Heaven, and I just felt the love of God, and I'm here today because of your music. You don't study money after that. You don't study the lights and the glamour. You realize that purpose is bigger than any of all of this. This is just the secondary to it, you know? Yeah, man.
You know, and I think a lot of the time when it comes to Christianity, what turns people away is because they don't see enough people walking the walk. You know? So it's so important, especially in an industry like this where it could be so easy to get lost in a sense. And even if you're not lost, still just be perceived to be lost because you are there. You are a superstar. You know, you're seeming like if you have all the glitz and you have all the glamour, it's very easy for persons to just think, well, no, you can't be real. You can't really be about God.
It's funny because perception is everything, right? Some people perceive, because not everybody, some people listen to my music and swear that I am the most deep, profound, spiritual person. So they message me like, hey, man of God. It's like, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm like, hold on, cool. You don't need to do all of that.
Regular guy.
Let me just talk. And if you check scripture, the people and the examples in the Bible who we follow, like Paul and Timothy and them guys would let you know the things that I want to do, I don't do, and the things that I should not be doing, those are the things that I want to do, and it's a constant war between the flesh and the spirit. And I'm just like you guys. I got to rely on Jesus. One of my favorite scriptures is when Paul was talking to some people and he said, he walked through the congregation, he's like, murderers, fornicators, adulterers, drunkards. And you could imagine the place getting quiet. And then he said, such were some of you. And then he said, but for the grace of God. So all of that, you did it. But then the grace of God came and covered all of that. And that lets me know that I can be real about my Christianity. I can be real because God is not only a God for the lows. He lifts you up and he takes you higher. And you could be down today, and then next week you would never believe that is the same person that was depressed. God, that's what Jesus does in your life. Yeah, man.
All right. Samuel made us on the inside with inspirational words for the musicians, for the Christians, and for the people who just looking for some inspiration.
Yeah, man.
All right. Nice having you, bro.
Nice, bro.
TTNL, Tobago Jazz Experience. Stay tuned because we're here all night long introducing you to all the artists performing and making the stage what it is here tonight, all right?
Yeah. Peace.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Personally, continually, like you, dirty astray. You leave the night behind me. You never change, you never change, you never rearrange. What I go do, what I go do, what I go get. No, never ever feel me. No, never ever feel me. No, never ever feel me.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Pull my head out of water and the rest of the show. You say your love rains, let it rain, let it rain. Your love rains, I rain down, I rain down. Come on, your love rains down. Even though I'm unworthy, it's no wonder your presence is heaven to me. Your love rains down, 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 down. Show up one more, everybody. Father, we give you all the glory. Oh, we give you all the glory. We give you all the glory. Oh, we give you all the glory. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. Everybody say, Jesus, how you feel my cup till it's over? No, till it's over. Lord, how you feel my cup till it's over? No, Lord, right now, how you feel my cup till it's over? No, till it's over. No, till it's over. Sing it one more time. Jesus, how you feel my cup till it's over? Till it's Lord, how you fill my cup till it's over? Lord, right now, how you fill my cup till it's over? Lord, till it's over. Till it's over. Hold on. Good night, Tobago. Good night, Tobago. Tobago is the best place in the world. If you believe that, scream. Always a privilege being here with you guys. I greet you in the wonderful name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Tobago is only love. Now, I'm a church boy. I grew up in church. So we could bring some church to the Jazz Festival tonight. We can bring some church to the Jazz Festival tonight. You can feel free to stand. You can feel free to come to the front and help me sing some songs. Listen. My years are gone. You say, mighty is our King. Mighty is our all the time, God will always be good. Even when we aren't good, He remains the same. You believe that? Touch your neighbor. Say, neighbor. Touch your next neighbor because that one like they don't love you. Say, neighbor. If it wasn't for you, I'll be the most beautiful person here. Get them a high five real quick. Tell them, give me a little room. Give me a little space. Give me some tune. Give me some room. Give me some Let's have a good time. Come on. Hey. Yes. Yes. Watch me. Oh, no, 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 no. Listen. I come to give God all the praise and the sum up. He gets all my attention. No matter I see you, and then no matter what you tell me, and then no matter you watch me, and what we do, tell me. So give me some room, give me some space. Don't tell me to behave. Say when I give it, let's go. And they can talk for my behave. Say watch me like Chopin. Let's go, let's go. I lift up my hands and I shout hallelujah and I jump all around and praise, just praise. I lift up my hands and I shout hallelujah and I do one in an answer. Tell me, give me some room, give me some space. Don't tell me to give. She when I give it my team. She can talk for my team. Watch me like she can draw opinion on. Song for the people, just let me talk to them. Sometimes I feel like nobody does understand me, and everybody coming down on me. I say, at times I feel like the whole world thinks that I'm crazy, but if it's one thing, sure part, I guess on the people, it's on the bad mind and all day. They don't like me and for no reason, it's on the people talking about, and I can't take the old up. The conversation don't work out. What we know? So they got the validate. Tell me you don't have to wait. I said I'm on now, said I'm not trying to face. What? So they got the validate. Tell me, them can say what they want nice. Jump on my past eyes. That team and them nice. Once you father that tell me to do it, say what you want nice. Jump on my past eyes. Once you wanna tell me when. Sometimes I feel like the only one drive me down. Name all over town. What they do? They're trying so hard, but who God bless? No man curse. Watch me. I cast on the people. It's on the bad mind and all them. Get a line and follow. It's on the people talking about, and I can't take the old talk. Yeah, everybody right now. It's only God. Tell me. I said nobody now. Nobody I'm trying to face me. It's only God to validate me. It's only God to validate. What? You don't have to wait. I said nobody I'm trying to face. Nobody I'm trying to face me. See them can say what they want nice. That team and them nice. Say what you want nice. Talk from the boss nice. Let me see you do so. Say what you want. Talk what you want. Them can say what they want nice. Say who God bless, no man curse. You see, once the Father have a plan for your life, it don't matter what nobody say. All we want to hear is well done, my good and faithful servant. Give me the next tune. Father, we thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your favor. Thank you for your blessing over everybody in Shore Park tonight. Oh my gosh. What man. If you're grateful for mercy and favor, let me see you do so. Do so, do so, do so, do so, do so, do so. Do so, do so, do so. Watch me. Watch me. I wake up to a new day early this morning. And I thank the Father for the mercies He's sending. Yeah, put on a smile, close up my back and out the door. And in my mind is that what we do? But I can see them coming. What? I seen you to keep me from flying. But you see Tobago? You see Tobago? What? I'm a child of the king I will. Live like you want me to. No one singing that you bring that calculator and keep on. Inside and outside. Let me raise the roof and show up. Everybody sing it now. Mercies of God. What? Where? Say the mercies of God and the favor of God. And I'm about to no, mercies of God on favor of God. Tell me, over me, no mercies of God on favor of God. Listen, over me. I come to hurt some feelings, never like come to make some noise. The movements, them out of timing. So bold face, want to have your own way. Depression and loneliness is sent to control me, but I see grace and mercy follow me, but you, Spirit is sent to but keep me from. But they could what? Tell me, I's a child of the King, I will live like you want me to. If you believe in for mercy, mix me, just you get the part. 1, 2, give me a big wave, big wave. Mercies of God, favor of God, blessings of God. Where? Over me. Say the mercies of God and the favor of God, blessings of God. And everybody, no, mercies of God, favor of God, blessings of God. Over me, mercies of God, favor of God. I'm feeling like I'm winning. Why? It's a blessing. Lift your hands like this. Mercy, favor over your family, favor over your business, mercy over your children, favor over your marriages. If you believe in that, do so. Let's see it. Favor it. Blessings it. Over me. Somebody make some noise for Jesus. Woo! Tobago, I could do a new song for you. How many of you know that praise is your weapon? The Bible says, for I know the plans that I have for you. So it doesn't matter the situation or the circumstance. Praise and wave your way through it. Tell anybody, wave your way through it. I want some help. But when the help comes, make sure that you can wave away every situation and circumstance. Yes? Give it. Watch me. It's my time to praise. My time. Whoa. Am I on the fire general? Where? Where my brother? It's my time to praise. My time to lift him up. It's my time to wave. Throw one more stress away and lay aside every weight. Take up your bed and walk. It's not by sight, it's by faith. What? This year we waving all we sorrows them away. And when we praise we feel the power every day. You have it? Watch me. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. I feel awake. Open the gate. Get ready. Watch me. Everybody. Wave it up. Wave it up. Wave it up. Wave it up. Remember brother. Open the gate. Let me praise inside. The harder the battle, the sweeter the battle, the tougher the battle, the sweeter the battle. We rock on the chain and we rock on the doctor. So put all your arm together. Anointing take over me body like a tsunami. You can't tell me what we do, nobody shoot at me. Hey. Put your hands in the air. Let's go. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. I feel a wave. I feel a wave. I feel a wave. You ready? 1, 2. Let's go. Wave it away. Wave it away. Wave it away. Wave on the horizon. Wave it away. Wave it away. Wave it away. Watch me. Leave your burden. Where? Down by the riverside. And they say leave your burden. Tell me. Down by the riverside. Everybody has to leave your burden. Down by the riverside. One more. Leave your burdens. Down by the riverside. Watch me. Right here, right here, right here. Leave your public right here, right here. Right here, right here, right here. Leave your public right here, right here. Right here, right here, right here. Leave your public right here, right here. Whoa! Tell me. This year we waving all these sorrows on my way. And when we press, we feel the power. We say, hey, send down your fire. Send down your fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the gate. Chopper, God bless you. God bless you.
The experience is nice. It's the return of the Tobago Jazz experience, and we're here live at the Gospel Night, Shore Park, joined by one of the superstars of gospel music in Trinidad and Tobago, just coming off stage with Mark Isaacs. No, that was Mark Isaacs. He came off stage with. Welcome to you, Blessed Messenger.
Yeah, man.
Welcome
Blessed.
to TTNL. Thank you for taking some time to share with us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Blessings to you guys. Yeah.
Now you touch the stage already. How was the vibe out there?
Bro, it's amazing, you know. In so many words, I'm so glad to see the people out tonight really coming out and just supporting the venture, you know. This Gospel Night is the first one ever put on during the Tobago Jazz experience. So I'm so glad that they actually took the initiative and did it, you know. Yeah.
Now that is a big statement for the music and the support of the genre. We've been talking during the night with a lot of guests, a lot of bands who take stage tonight about the overall development and growth of the art form, about the industry. You are somebody who's been in this game for a while. How have you seen it from your perspective?
There is a lot of growth taking place. For the meantime, well, during the COVID-19, it seemed like it had plateaued for the meantime, you know, for that period, in fact. And people expected it to kind of dip, but it didn't dip at all. It kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And I guess the pandemic in itself brought out some giftings from people, and you know, so to hear where the gospel is right now and the quality of music coming out from especially Trinidad and Tobago is really amazing. So yeah.
And I mean that is in no small way because of persons like yourself as well. You may not remember, and you have good reason not to, because it would have been probably close to 5 years ago, right? I would have been hosting a show in Naparima Bowl that you performed at, and that was the first time I'd ever seen you perform. Busy backstage, now walk off the stage. Who next? And you start to perform, and the whole backstage, everybody just stopped what I was doing because of the energy that the man ran out on stage with.
I remember the occasion, but I can't remember which one.
Yeah. And that energy that you came out on that stage with there, just watching how everybody responded backstage, me included. What's going on there? Imagine for the crowd who spend the money and they come and they're waiting for the energy.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so, the industry itself has grown.
Yeah.
But don't ever discount the contribution that you and many others like yourself have made along the way, sticking with it.
Yeah.
You know, and coming out on stage and giving people a reason to believe in the music, you know, the gospel.
And I would add to what you said there, you know, people like myself, Positive, Jaranus, and all of us, we've been really in the vineyard toiling, you know, to make sure that the people really stay abreast with what is happening as it pertains to the gospel music, especially in Trinidad and Tobago. So we've been really busy taking that word to the region. So we've been in and out of the country as much as possible. So I really bless God that we can do that still in 2023, you know? Yeah.
Now we're talking about the growth of the genre.
Yeah.
I mean, just tonight being on the card for Tobago Jazz Experience is a significant step. All the artists you've said have been putting in work. We've heard different versions of the type of work. They've been improving their craft, improving their sound. What can we expect as the next step in the growth and development of the genre?
Right, well, it has already begun, right? That next step has already begun. We have even newer artists coming out of the woodwork right now that have been looking at us, who have, you know, really set a standard, and they have been taking it to the next level in terms of quality, videos, music production, you know, so it would be able to stand up with the international sound, so, you know, so we've been studying it a while now, you know. But
well, I think you're already standing there,
you know.
But more of us might be able to stand up.
But the key thing is really keeping God as the focal point in everything, and unity. Because if we don't have the unity amongst us, then it all falls down. Yeah.
First time we heard that word tonight, unity, we've been getting perseverance, patience, those kind of things. But unity is very important. And it's one that we and TTNL try to encourage amongst the fan base and the listeners. Now we need to unite around the artists.
Yes.
And I would always say that the gospel fraternity is one of the best examples I see of that
unity.
locally
Yes.
in TNT. Now how do you speak to that, and what do you continue to see the support coming out for these shows?
Well, unity in Christ has always been our foundation, you know, and I guess the people seeing that it encourages them to come on out and support the whole thing, because we can't do it by ourselves. You understand? If we come out there and sing, we sing into chairs or whatever.
We need people to come out and fill the shows.
And fill the thing and make it nice and make it accessible to the people, you know, and each one tell one. And that's how it's going to spread, and that's how it's going to grow. Just togetherness and unity. Yeah, man.
Nice. So the music has grown over the years.
Yes.
Right? I, for one, would have observed gospel and seeing persons like yourself.
Yeah.
And even Jaron now, even Positive with that reggae vibes.
Yeah.
Gospel has transitioned, and the music now that is acceptable would have been music that would have been getting a whole lot of pushback 5 years ago, 6 years, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. Right? So you were discussing earlier.
That's a good question. That's where you're going. But go ahead.
We were discussing earlier the possibility of, mainly because of its appeal with the young people.
Okay.
Right? Zest.
Okay.
Right? And how possible is it for it to find some sort of fusion
in the gospel,
or find some way
Right.
of being used in the gospel
Well,
message?
first of all, the name, Zest. Right? Definition. What it's all about. You understand? Christians, we don't zest.
Right.
Right? What we just do is bless. Right?
So, before we even tell him, be rich. Be rich.
We say instead of die zest, we go say die bless.
Die bless.
Yes, see?
You know? But we want to label zest as a genre, right? And then we had Trinidad and all this kind of stuff. But really it's just a form of dancehall music. And there is that room for dancehall, even in the gospel, that has already been taking place, you know. I mean, tonight you might not have heard much of it because of it's jazz, but when you attend a lot of the other gospel concerts, you hear a lot of dancehall, right? And you have young teenagers who like that kind of style of music, gravitating to that kind of music. So, you know, we don't bash nobody for singing dancehall or anything, but just that we don't call it zest. It's not zest.
Die bless, die bless, die bless, die bless.
But I think, do you think we can look forward to hearing some of that being fused into the music a little more in the coming years?
Well, music evolves, you know, it doesn't stay one place every year, because last year's music is nothing compared to this year's music. We've been hearing it, right? And whatever circles you've been in, the music this year has gone up a big notch, you know? And I'm looking forward to greater things next year, you know? So, we never know what direction it's going to take.
For sure.
Well, we here at Tobago Jazz Experiences Gospel Night. Blessed Messenger in our company, thank you so much for stopping
Thanks for
by.
having me, man. Blessings.
Any parting words to the young up-and-comers trying to get into the gospel music, or any up-and-coming musicians generally?
Yeah, man, I just really want to encourage the people out there, even the musicians, to really stick to the craft, right? Don't be too loud, right? Do your work in private, and then God will progress you in public, you know? Don't be too wild and show off. Get some humility, because it will pay off in the end, you know? Yeah, man.
Be humble. This is TTNL and Tobago live backstage at the Tobago Jazz Experience. Blessed Messenger. And we stay tuned for more.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Cause my father is the most high. No matter try waste my time. If I no got you know me not do it. Change my mind. Me say me not tweet. And everyone of you make their choice. I'd rather Jesus. Me never could have changed my mind. My father is the most high God. No matter try waste my time. If I no continue, me not tweet. Never could have changed my mind. Me say me not tweet. Tobago has to make her choice. I'd rather Jesus every time. I would like to bring a beautiful young lady back on the stage. She's a daughter of the soil. And we have a song that says,
So we are still here, coming in fast and furious now, artist after artist. TTNL in Tobago, Tobago Jazz Experience. It is Gospel Night. We just had Blessed Messenger running off stage, sweaty because he was performing with this guy right here, the man Mark Isaacs. Ladies and gentlemen, we have him here. What going on?
Good night, good night, good night, good night, everybody. What's up to the O.U.R Radio family? Yours truly, MI on your airwaves. Yeah.
Welcome to TTNL.
Yeah, man.
Now, the vibes had to be amazing out there because the sweat pouring.
Listen,
The
out
energy
there
in
is
the
crazy.
atmosphere.
Out there is crazy, bro.
You can feel it from the back here. We're not even out in front.
Yeah.
How do you feel coming off stage?
Listen, kudos to the entire Tobago Jazz Experience committee for really putting. This is the first time that they introduce a gospel night in the whole Tobago Jazz Festival. And it's a privilege and an honor to just share our message to the community, to the jazz community. And it was well received, and thanks again to the entire committee for really making a space for the gospel community to come and share.
All right. So we're hearing the gratitude and we're seeing the moves that are being made, right? Did you see something like this happening maybe 2-3 years ago?
During COVID? I mean, to be honest, no. I really didn't see it. But, the way forward is always the better way.
Yeah.
And I think the national anthem, every creed and race must find an equal place. So, it's good that we could appreciate everybody's message. Everybody have a story to tell. Everybody needs somebody to tell them something positive, And our message about Jesus is about hope and love and about unity and togetherness and, really making sure that people are better the day after they met us. And that's about it.
All right. So you're hearing from a few of the artists how it is they ended up being here on stage at the Gospel Night for Tobago Jazz Experience. So tell us, how did you end up being one of the guarded artists for tonight's experience?
Well, I got a call. I guess everybody got a call.
Just got a call, yeah.
Got a call and they was like,
people have your phone number.
Well, I mean,
that's the important part.
Yeah. The Bible talk about that. You give put you before kings. So, I just got a call, honored to receive the call to be a part of history. This is history in the making, Gospel Night, the first Gospel Night. So really blessed to have received the call. Came Tobago is nothing but love. Jazz Festival is nothing but love.
Yeah, well, the thing has officially been kicked off. Gospel Night starting off the whole Tobago Jazz Experience. I want to go back to the start off of your career. Where did young Mark Isaacs get into this gospel music singing career?
It's a quick funny story. I was in primary school back in the day, and I was given trouble. So for punishment,
it's always them troublemakers,
Yeah. For punishment, the teacher sent me to the choir. I used to play football back in the day. So you on the football team, you go and sing, So and it kind of kicked off from there. The music teacher was like, yo, you could sing. From there, I started singing in church, and it just went from strength to strength to strength. And look, I sing it in Shop Park today.
Yeah. A lot of these stories usually start the other way around. With you started in church choir, and then you end up taking that talent and going with it. Not necessarily be any troublemaker, and in school they send you in the choir, and that's where the journey starts. Alright.
I always say it's the best punishment I ever received in my life.
And when you reap the rewards many years later.
Yeah, man.
To be on stage here, Tobago Jazz Experience.
For real.
What can we look out for? Upcoming projects, anything you have in your works, and where do you see the music going from here?
Well, I just released a brand new song entitled Forever Love. Wrote it for my fiance. Love you, baby.
Boy.
And then we sneak peeked a brand new song today with Blessed Messenger called Open the Gates. Brand new things. This year is going to be an amazing year. A lot of work in the camp happening.
New things in the
If you have new music, you're supposed to know where to come and release your new music.
Well, the same way I got a call. You understand? I feel I had to call you this time, I had to call only.
You have to have the right phone numbers.
Yeah.
And the right people have to have your phone numbers. It works both ways.
For sure.
Well, all right. We'll have people call people and make something happen.
Yeah, man, for sure.
No, for sure, because every week we are introducing people to the new music that artists are putting out. And I see no reason why, if it is you have a new project, we shouldn't be doing the same.
I mean, today's Thursday, we back in the country, soon. So we can do a media run. I'm actually planning. We have a media tour carded, the team putting together the work. So of course, my people call your people call my people. Right. We put it together and we can do something special.
Sounds like a plan.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are here, Tobago, it's Gospel Night, Tobago Jazz Experience, TTNL, not the usual show, but still a good show, all the same. All right, Mark, thanks for being with us. Thanks for spending some time.
Blessings. So,
all right.
I'll see you all here sometime soon.
For sure.
Blessings.
All right, we'll see you all in a little while again. I believe the next performer is about to come off stage, so don't go anywhere. All right, we'll be right back.
I always find new ways to connect. even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
I remember I had one sandals to go to school for about 4 years straight. But my Father is faithful forevermore. Lord, you never disappoint me, no. You bring me from over there. You're taking me over, so that's the power of the blessing, yo. I tell you, he's working for me. Working for me, Yahweh, you're working things out for me. See, you're working for me. Working for me, Jesus. Your blessing give me victory. Listen, he's working for me. You say, working for me, Yahweh, you're working things out for me. Yeah, see, you're working for me. Working for me, Jesus. Your blessing give me. You think you have it? Well, we can see. I can't get enough of the way favor surrounds me, boy. From the time that I get up, I feel your presence, never let me go. Listen right now, hey, no more worrying for days. I want to test some of my faith. I'm ready to run my race. Can't believe that's where you're. We say, yeah, my Father is faithful. Say that you never disappoint me. You bring me from over there. Watch it, that's the power of the. Everybody say, I said that you're working for me. Working for me, Yahweh, you're working things out for me. Every day you keeping on working for me. Working for me, Jesus, you're blessing me victory.
And the action continues. We are still live backstage. It's the gospel night at the Tobago Jazz Experience. And we're joined by another one of our gospel stars coming off stage tonight. Welcome to Nikki Rimple on the inside. Welcome to True Talk No Lie.
Good night, good night. Thanks for having me.
Now this is history in the making. It's the first of its kind, a gospel night as part of the Tobago Jazz Experience. How was your experience coming off the stage tonight?
It was actually a wonderful experience. It's nice that we actually involve gospel and God and Jesus inside of the jazz festival itself. My brothers in Christ, they actually brought me on as part of their team, and I was happy to be here. It was a wonderful experience. It was a nice turnout. I actually enjoyed it.
Alright. So, for the persons who may not be familiar with you, where are you from exactly?
Actually, I'm a child of the soil, born and raised in Tobago.
Tobago?
Yeah,
Serious, where in Tobago?
Right now I'm based in Bonaccord, but I grew up in Canby.
Grew up in Canby?
Yes.
Based in Bonaccord, so why not still in Canby? Just...
Well, no, you see.
You can't just rep Canby for life?
No, you see, I cannot treat the Bonaccord people like that. No, I can't do it like that.
Canby for life?
Canby first, Bonaccord second, yes, but I represent in both.
Alright, alright. So you are, well, a daughter of the soil, alright? The gospel, what is the word I'm looking for here? Again, the gospel industry. Let's go with industry. The gospel industry, right? And its growth in Tobago, right? How would you describe it in terms of other genres and how they have progressed in the same space of time over the years? So we have seen the growth very quickly of the dancehall scene in Trinidad and Tobago, just taking the youths by storm, right? Looking at how gospel has progressed as well. Do you think we're going to see a space where gospel just pushes and is as appealing to the young people as well?
Well, I'm actually hoping that that does happen. It will be wonderful. And the thing is, music is something that is very powerful. You have different genres of the music, and it's how you use it that is creating the impact. You want to be able to reach everybody because the idea of Christianity is to spread the word and to pass on the message. And you want to use music to do that. And I'm hoping that just as I know it's powerful, that you could get to every person. Like you could stretch across borders and break barriers across generations and stuff like that. I see it starting to happen already, so I'm hoping that it continues along that path.
All right. So you're hopeful, and that has been, I guess, the theme throughout all the artists that we spoke to about the contrast between the newer songs that the youths are attracted to and gospel, and what space there is for gospel in the future. All right. You know, do you see a possibility for just have an open mind for one moment, right? The zest, right? To take a turn or find a fusion or a way to go from die zest to die bless. Bless.
What I'd say, boy, miracles happen every day. As I said, I could only hope for that to happen.
All right.
I could only hope for that.
I wasn't sure to take the miracles happen every day, but I will take that. So there's a possibility that the door can be open for the zest to find a way to fuse.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, the work is being put forward, so it's a matter of planting the seed and hoping that the seed grows a fruit, grows a tree, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
All right. Understood.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Based on the people we've interviewed tonight, you're one of the few females. And we haven't seen many female names on the lineup tonight. So as a female in the gospel industry, you're one of a few names that we know. How do you see yourself in that space, and do you see it opening up to younger females coming into the gospel industry?
Sorry, repeat the last part of the question.
How do you see it impact on other younger females coming into the music industry?
Okay, so being one of the few females on the cast, I feel like a superhero. And well, I'm proud to be here. And as far as how it influences other young women, well, you hope that it will be a positive influence. I hope that they could see from this that you know that there are no boundaries and no borders. Put no limits on yourself. You do your best to get to where you want to go. It's a matter of putting in the work, determination, having faith, and I mean, your actions have to match what you're saying you want. You have to align. If you want to get to Charlottesville, you have to take the boat to go to Charlottesville. You understand what I'm saying?
As we know, the young boys have the Jaron nurses and the blessed messengers and the positives to look up to. The young girls have yourself to look up to.
And Samantha Johnson and Lindsay.
And many others, right? Do you see, or have you been seeing more young girls getting into singing and getting into music to become, you know, your successor, maybe? We're paving the way for the younger generation.
Well, we definitely blazing trails, but I'm seeing them coming in, you know, in between, not in abundance.
But is there any particular reason you feel the guys might be more in tune than the girls? Well, we could get more women.
If I have to be
singing.
honest, at least when it was my time, if I have to be honest, one of the reasons I think guys they're more daring. So in terms of risk averse, like they will jump faster than a female, whereas a woman would look for a clear platform. A guy will jump first and then say, well, yeah, you can work out. Females probably just need a little more assurance and security.
So they need to take a little leap of faith.
We need to take more leaps of faith.
We need some more Nickies on the scene, I feel. Any words of encouragement to any young, not only female, but any young musician trying to get into the music business, especially as a gospel singer in Trinidad and Tobago?
Music is an art form and it's a craft, and when I say craft, it's just like every other thing that you're trying to do. You have to put in the work to be able to see results coming out of it. You have talent, you have sometimes association and luck, and then you have your faith. And you have to really want it, and then you will find the way, or you'll make the way for it to happen. And when you can't make the way, well, it's depending on God to make the way for you as well, because He makes a way when there is none. But you just have to treat it like a craft put in the investment, put in the work, and be consistent.
It's not easy. You have to put in the work and be consistent and persistent.
Yes,
And maybe you could end up on the stage just like Nicky Rimple at Tobago Jazz Experience. This is Gospel Night. Anything before we go?
Well, not being as familiar with the gospel scene as you, especially here in Tobago, at a big show like this, is there after party?
Of course, you're praising the Lord after.
There's an after party?
Yeah, man, praising the Lord.
Yeah, no, well. But together, are we praising the Lord together at the after party after this? Like
It's
after
happening
the
now.
show?
It's happening now. And you
And so
probably
there's
have a
no
little bit.
after.
Nah,
We
he
do
really
have
doesn't have. He
no-
doesn't have that.
So
big
the
thing
gospel
after.
scene no lime after?
Well, we socialize. We socialize. But we don't have an after party zest. You know what I mean? We
But I
don't
didn't
zest
say
out.
a zest. I didn't say a zest, but
just like you might use another word.
We having a after
congregation.
show social.
Yeah, we probably will have that.
Well, all right.
A gathering.
My bad, my
Well,
bad.
all right.
I stand corrected,
Yeah,
my
like,
dear.
give me a little defensive there with my man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
boy, oh gosh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I started to wonder what kind of perception I putting out there. Like, as a big zest out here, know that.
My apologies, humble apologies.
I appreciate the apology.
You're welcome.
All right, I appreciate the apology. All right, so thanks again for being with us. Right, thank you for being on the stage and performing. Right, we here at Tobago Jazz Experience. This is Gospel Night. Once again, TTNL, not the same Thursday that you're accustomed to, but a great Thursday, all the same. All right, stay tuned. More artists to come, more interviews to come, and more jazz. Keep it.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
The presence of the Lord tonight. I have a song that says encounter. I want you to search deep down within yourself and say, Lord, I want you to visit me again tonight. One visit from God can shape the rest of your life for eternity. Somebody say, yeah, yeah. Let's go, let's go. It's more than a feeling. Yeah, I want a new experience, yeah. Strengthen my senses. Yeah, I want to see mysteries, yeah. Just draw me in closer, Lord. Just like a chain reaction when I give you devotion. Yeah, you're taking me higher again. Say, Father, I say, ready, 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 ready. Ah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. On the balcony, say, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Wherever, wherever you are, wherever I go. I want to see you moving on. Say, Lord, I want an encounter. Yes, I want it. Watch me now. Visitor. Father, visitor. Say, then my life will change. You have around tonight. 1, 2. Somebody praise right now. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh. Yahweh. Say, what you the one you can do, Yahweh. Say, whatever you want to do, Yahweh. It's the way that we walk, Yahweh. It's the way we can talk, Yahweh. Say, I want an encounter. Love you, Tobago.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Personally, continually, like you. Astray, you leave the 99 to me. You never change, you never change, you never rearrange. What I go do, what I go do, what I go get. No, never ever feel me. No, never ever feel me. No, never ever feel me. Never feel me.
TTNL in Tobago, Tobago Jazz Experience, Gospel Night. And right now we have the man, Jaron Nurse on board with us.
Lessons, man.
Jaron, here's which part I start in this interview. As a recent citizen of Couva, the last time I was able to see you, no, it was just in passing, but I saw you in Couva by the flyover where we now have the little places, all the places to eat, all the little restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
Cabin, Pie Place, Gyro, Royal Gyro, all of them. And I see and I feel proud to know that we have celebrities like Jaron being attracted to we local sites now, boy.
Bless God for that.
Where's your spot down in the zone there? Cabin?
I can't get nobody no art just
Yeah,
so
okay.
man. I can't get nobody no art. But I like the cabin too. I like the cabin. Yeah,
all right,
cabin
nice.
Good.
So Jaron, it has been a great journey for you. Looking at you, successful, right? And on your mission to spread the word, guide the youths, definitely doing the thing. How has the side that we don't get to see been for you?
Well, it's been tough lately, you know, because it seems like the negative music, those kind of the negative side, a little more dominant, and always seem to get a little more forward.
Yeah.
It's been like that, and that's how the devil designed it, you know. But we, as speaking on behalf of myself and all the gospel ministers, we would continue to do what we do, because the message that we have is for every day and it's for everybody. You know?
Understood. Throughout the night, speaking with your counterparts, they would have told us about the journey and with like perseverance, right? Unity came into play. Again, showing the Christianity and how it needs to be part of the gospel journey.
Yeah.
It can't just be the flims and flams and the glitz and glamour, right? You and your counterparts coming up, the men like the Blessed Messenger,
Yeah.
who we da see from years now on the grind, the positive, right? Have you all been, I don't want to say it like if it's a bad thing, but have you all had a rivalry in terms of steel sharpen steel kind of vibes coming up?
I wouldn't say a rivalry.
Yeah.
We always tend to walk away from that, because you see that is what has bring the competition and that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And in this arena, the competition, the competitive thing, when we work here, we need unity, and the competition does cause us to kind of divide. So thank God we always work and put in extra work to eliminate that kind of competitive competition vibe, you know, because we understand the mission. Now it's humans you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
sometimes you might always see a talk, or you might always, but that is where the humility come in, and the guidance of God, where that's kind of bring you back down. Hey, it's not about that, and yeah. So we does always see about it, but it's not like that.
Well, the steel sharpening steel and the contributions to the growth and development of the genre is what led to us having its first gospel night here
Yes.
at the Tobago Jazz Experience. How does
That's
that
good.
feel for you?
Well, I consider that to be a big blessing. You know, this is loud, because we would always wonder why gospel not a part of certain things, you know, and it's the most necessary genre, you know, most necessary message. So we thank God for this, and this is something we all would celebrate, all the gospel ministers and the gospel community. We would celebrate this because, as I say, it's loud. You know, everybody look forward to Tobago Jazz and seeing that it have a new side to it.
Yeah.
A godly side, the necessary side. I consider that to be a big blessing.
Now we could probably check this off the box as a major accomplishment for the genre.
Yeah.
What do you see the forces combining towards as that next step?
Sorry?
What do you see the forces of the musicians combining for as the next step for the genre?
Well, once we continue to knit closely together, once we continue to keep it together, is the more damage you'll be able to do to the enemy kingdom. You know, and I pray that at this time we could just grow and grow on it, and keep that bond as musicians, as artists, and know our mission. You know, once we know where we're going, then we could accomplish anything.
Yeah. All right. Blessed Messenger, so what has spoken about you all having the ability now to be flying overseas and performing. What does a night like this say to you for the potential for the other jazz events going up the islands, going into the future?
Yeah, well, I was someone asked last night. You all in St. Lucia Jazz to us in they say that they heard I have a gospel night in that as well, and that of itself is a blessing, because the gospel family is not just limited to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Like even tonight, there's Samuel Medas and all of them. We all we have a close bond. So whoever is up there doing that side of it, it's all about the message going forward, the message being heard and transforming lives. And we thank God for that. You know, this was all about people just hearing the the message of Jesus. Gospel music is not about bringing no attention to us, but more so bringing attention to Christ.
Understood. Before we leave, you have any words of wisdom, any advice for the youths who might be watching, or even just artists who having a hard time and just need a little encouragement right now?
Well, I will encourage you all and say, in these times, hold on to Jesus. You could lose everything very quickly. Look, tonight, I need my voice. And I lost my voice. But I thank God that you're still able to have my minister, because it's more than music. It's all about the message of Jesus. And I thank God that my testimony will always be louder than my music. So I encourage you. I came from a place that was crazy. Dad on drugs, mom mentally ill, adopted, growing up in carnage. But I thank God that I found Jesus, and I choose to walk a different path. As much as all the roads right there for me to walk, I choose Jesus. So choose Jesus.
You heard it from the man himself, Jaron Nurse, leaving everything on stage, including some of his voice, but leaving us with some encouraging words for the young ones. Jaron, thank you so much for stopping by True Talk No Lie.
Thanks
for
having
live
me.
Backstage, Tobago Jazz Experience. This is Gospel Nights right here on O.U.R Radio.fm.
Bless.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Well, Keegs, not your typical Thursday we here in Tobago. Not 6 to 9, but 7 to 10, which we just short of.
Where's the overtime rates, boy? Time and a half, double time, what?
And I think after a certain hour, dinner is expected.
At least.
At least.
What hospitality is saying? Who in charge of hospitality?
Right now.
Meal vouchers.
We go have a talk with HR.
Something, yeah, something had happened. Yeah. Something had happened. Usually we work 3 hours.
But the team is here working. They call me Navy.
Lamb Keegs.
No Swisty here with us.
Woyoy
in the comments. Big up yourself, Swisty. Remember, May 20th is all about Flambeau, the TTNL concert.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Celebrating 10 years of True Talk No Lie with over 10 of your favorite local acts.
Yeah, boy.
Stay tuned for the cast coming soon. But of course, we have tickets on sale. The early birds available for $150 right now. Get them before the price goes up.
And of course, stay tuned to OURradio.fm. Pay attention to our YouTube page, because this is just the beginning. We're going to be here all weekend long, covering jazz experience in Tobago. Alright, so we're here tonight. We're going to be back Saturday and Sunday. So stay tuned, because you never know who it is you might see.
That's right. Look out for more O.U.R personalities as we bring to you live backstage from the Tobago Jazz Experience. Well, this has been a fun one.
Yeah.
Next week we're back in studio, but look out for us. During the weekend we might pop up here and there. So stay tuned. Remember to like, subscribe to the channel for more notifications, so how you can stay tuned for when we go live at another event at the Tobago Jazz Experience 2023.
Yeah, man.
I always find new ways to connect.
And everything is alright. I call upon the name of the Lord, and He heard me and delivered me from all of my shame. And I'm so grateful that He heard me and delivered me. Yeah. I call upon the name of the Lord, and He heard me and delivered me from all of my shame. And I'm so grateful that He heard me and delivered me from all of my shame. Some trust in horses, some trust in chariots, but I remember the name of the Lord. Hey, They ask me how my passion is so strong, because me put me heart in every song. And more time me only my can touch the stage to perform. My eyes run water. They ask me, don't you ever get fed up? Ask me in the tough times how you keep your head up. And I wonder if I tell them the truth, will they believe me? Oh, Lord. So many nights it's hard to sleep, cause the mountains of life seem so steep, and I'm afraid that many of my dreams would end up a failure. Hey, but when I catch myself, I just rock back and rest. I know my insurance provider is the best. 34 years strong and he never failed me yet. Hey, hey, come make me tell you about in the midst of troubles when the storm won't cease. Jesus gives me peace. Just when a word from the Lord will come to seize. Yeah, yeah. Come make me tell you about Jesus. Strong tower every minute, every hour, 365 days a year. And wherever I go, I let the people know your name. Your name, Jesus, you're the truth. The truth is that man will fail you, no matter how they promise and they swear, leaving you in a bed of tears, yeah, yeah. But one thing I feel, one thing I know, wherever I go, it could have been the sun, rain, thunder, or snow. Me have a best friend and he will never let me go. Come make me tell you about Jesus. In the midst of troubles when the storm won't cease, Jesus gives me peace. Just one word from Jesus will come to cease. Come make me tell you about Jesus. Strong tower every minute, every hour, 365 days. And wherever I go, I let the people know your name. Cause if you've never met my friend, then you need to understand you don't know the truth. And I can't introduce you and lose you, cause no matter what's your trouble, the solution remains the same. His name is Jesus. In the midst of troubles when the storm won't cease, hey, just one word from the Lord will calm the seas. Come make me tell you about Jesus. Strong tower every minute, every hour, 365 days a year. And wherever I go, Tobago, good night. Can you call that name for me? Make me tell you about Jesus. In the midst of troubles when the storm just won't cease, just one word from Jesus will calm the seas. Oh, strong tower every minute, every hour, 365 days. And wherever I go, people in the audience, I want to help me sing. I said, what can wash away every single sin? Tobago say, you sound so beautiful tonight. I'm say, what can make me whole again? You say, let me try it one more time. Sing it out for me. Say, what can wash away every single sin? You say, nothing but the blood of Jesus. We lift him up tonight. Oh, say, what can make me whole again? Sing, oh precious, oh precious. Then